Just know about what is historical linguistics. So as we all know, historical means related to the history, something which is related to the history, and linguistic means the study of language. So in short, the historical linguistics can be defined as the study of how language change. So which is given by Fernandez de Saussure in the year 1916. I'm writing over here on the board. The definition of historical linguistics is the changes of languages, the study of the changes of languages, which is given by the Ferdinand de Saussure in 1916. So the one more definition, which is like in books which have been known as the perfect definition for this topic, which is given by the Joseph. So the definition is historical linguistics is the branch of linguistics that is concerned with language change in general with specific changes in languages. So which means that it is the branch of linguistics. As I have mentioned earlier, the linguistic means study of languages. So in this topic, we study about the various process of how the language have been developed till the time. Because we all know there are varieties of languages in this world. And in this topic, we will study how the languages have been arrived in this nation, in this world, and what are their parental languages. For example, let us take English and Hindi. So we say that in English also there are few words which has been derived from the Sanskrit, and as we all know, Hindi has been derived from the Sanskrit itself. So the Sanskrit is the parental language of Hindi and English, and even of the Urdu. Urdu is also has been derived from the Sanskrit language. So in this topic, we will study about the upcoming of the languages and how these languages have changed. Because earlier, as we all know, let us take an example of Hindi again. The Hindi in earlier times was bit different and was bit difficult as compared to nowadays. And so we will study about the changes that occurred from that time to till date. So one more thing is that the study was introduced, as I mentioned, by the Saussure in 1916, and the central focus have been done on the study of languages on different periods. This is not the thing that कि पहले कोई language थी वो एकदम से change की गई है आज के ज़माने में. No, these languages have like changed till different phases of the time. Means कुछ करके थोड़ा धीरे चेंज करके हर डिकेड में लैंग्वेजेस में चेंज आया गया है, और अब जाके हम इस हिंदी तक पहुंचे हैं, which I am speaking right now.
This is a good point that the changes have been very gradual and they have been very slow.
This was about the first topic, we can say a brief introduction of the topic historical linguistics. Now Diksha will continue with the further topic.
Now I will let you all know about the purposes of historical linguistics. The main purpose of any language is informative, expressive and descriptive. Now about the historical development of languages. It allows us to know about how languages were present in the past and they are evolving with the day by now. It allows us to compare different methodologies that were present in the past, but now they are present and they are evolving according to our needs, and it helps us to also conclude which are more effective and useful for the day. It also allows to learn about culture, customs and religions, literature of the language, and also gain diachromatic perspective of such aspects. Languages have been indeed greatly evolving and influenced by the past and also from the present. These also so contributing in translating activities and effective communication and speech disorders. Only by drawing on how languages have been changed over time, and one can also understand why these languages have particular grammatical structures and phonological rules. Apart from simply understanding the idiosyncrasies of the world. This knowledge have been implied in improving communication between people and contributing to the translating activities, assisting in the literary efforts, and also treating in speaking disorders.
So, socio means society, and linguistic means scientific study of language. So it means the language which we are going to speak in society is the socio-linguistic. So basically, what is language? All the human communicate and think through language. We cannot expect human life without a language, and language is a powerful tool for learning and thinking. And in language, we communicate. So communication is the process of exchanging messages and creating meaning. So, for example, we can take that in language. Without language, we cannot do anything. There is a varieties of language. What we speak first is idiolect. So, in idiolect, we can say that there is an individuality of a person is talking. For example, if we can see that in our class, every person belongs to a different culture, or every person came from a different area. But if they are coming in a class, so their language is different, right? For example, if we can take from the sound, the pitch of their individuality. For example, if we are calling someone, or we cannot see that who is calling us, and we just pick up the call. So if somebody says that hello, from that hello we come to know that who is speaking, right? We can identify that person who is speaking. So it is idiolect. Second is dialect. Dialect is the small group. For example, as ma'am already told in our previous classes, that it is New Delhi and it is Gurugram. So there is a border between both of them. But still, if we talk about Gurugram, so there is a lot of person who speak Haryanvi. And in New Delhi, if we go in New Delhi, so the language is different on that time. And there is a lot of person who speak different in there and there. But there is not too much difference in both of them, but still there is difference. And the third one is standard. In standard language, as we can see that example from mass communication and in printer as well. In mass communication, as we see that in television also, there is a lot of news is coming. Yesterday I saw a news where there is a conspiracy held in Delhi, Jahangirpur. So the highlight, what we call the highlight given by them, is the standard language. It shows the standard. And the fourth one is register. Yes, thank you. So in register, for example, mall. If you are going in a mall, so your vocabulary is different. For example, you use the word buy, sale, price. So the vocabulary is different, right? If we talk about temple, so there is prasad and many other type of vocabulary you are using. Means you are using different type of vocabulary in different areas. So this is called the varieties of language.
The word is derived from two words, that is socio and linguistics. Linguistics, as we all know, that is scientific study of language. The language that we talk. Language is an important aspect. Like without language, we will not able to understand what other is trying to say or what we want to say to them. Suppose we can take example. If we have a small kid in our house, he or she also learn the language by us, by their surroundings. And when he or she goes to schools, he or she come to know about other language, that is standard language, and his or her vocabulary completely changes. क्योंकि जब हम छोटे होते हैं तो क्या होता है कि कोई बच्चा होता है वो बोल नहीं पाता, तो लैंग्वेज एक हमारा एक ऐसा एस्पेक्ट है जिसके थ्रू हम अपनी बातें दूसरों तक पहुंचाते हैं. इसीलिए लैंग्वेज एक इम्पॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है, बिकॉज विदाउट लैंग्वेज वी आर नथिंग. इन केस अगर हम हैं और हम अपनी बात ही दूसरे को बता ही नहीं पा रहे कि व्हाट वी वांट, व्हाट आर आवर फीलिंग्स, तो उसके अलावा तो हम कुछ बोल ही नहीं सकते हैं. सो दैट इज़ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट. उसके बाद सोशल लिंग्विस्टिक टर्म जो है वो कॉइन की थी विलियम लैबोव ने.
These are some important points that you can write down in your answers as well.
William
अबोव ही है, जिसको हम फादर ऑफ सोशल लिंग्विस्टिक्स बोलते हैं। उसके बाद कुछ फैक्टर्स हैं जो कि सोशल लिंग्विस्टिक्स को अफेक्ट करते हैं। वो फैक्टर्स होते हैं सोशल बैकग्राउंड, लाइक हम कौन से बैकग्राउंड से बिलोंग करते हैं। और उसके बाद होता है कि हमारी सोशल क्लास क्या है, क्योंकि हम एग्जांपल लेते हैं, इट विल बी कंट्रोवर्सी, बट हम ऐसे बोल सकते हैं कि जो ऐसे झुग्गी वाले एरिया से, जो स्लम एरिया से होते हैं, उनकी लैंग्वेज और हमारी लैंग्वेज में एक डिफरेंस होता है। और सिर्फ उनकी नहीं, अगर हम इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं तो हर एक बंदे की इंग्लिश में भी फ़र्क हमें लगेगा, बिकॉज कुछ वर्ड्स होते हैं जो मीनिंग सिनोनिम्स होते हैं, वो कोई वर्ड कोई और यूज़ करता है, कोई वर्ड कोई और यूज़ करता है, तो सबके अंदर डिफरेंस होता है। उसके अलावा जो डिफरेंस आता है वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट एंड मैनर का आता है, कि हम किस सिचुएशन पे हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, तो एक वो भी फैक्टर है जो कि सोशल लिंग्विस्टिक्स को अफेक्ट करता है। उसके बाद जो फीचर्स हैं सोशल लिंग्विस्टिक्स के, वो हम 3 to 4 टाइप्स होते हैं, उनके टाइप्स नहीं, वी कैन से पॉइंट्स, जिनके थ्रू हम इसको डिफाइन कर सकते हैं। जैसे कि वैराइटीज़ ऑफ लैंग्वेज, निकिता हैज़ ऑलरेडी टोल्ड कि रीजनल होती है, स्टैंडर्ड होती है, और डायलैक्ट होता है कि एक बंदा कौन से अपने रूट नेटिव लैंग्वेज होती है उससे बोलता है, तो वो होता है। उसके अलावा जो लैंग्वेज इन कॉन्टैक्ट होती है, जैसे कि हम छोटे होते हैं व्हेन वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू स्कूल, तो जो हमारी लैंग्वेज होती है वो मोस्ट प्रोबेबली हमारी लैंग्वेज वही होती है जो हमारे साथ हमारे एल्डर्स या जो हमारी सराउंडिंग में पीपल है वो बोलते हैं, उनको हम कहेंगे पिगी। ये वो होगा जो कि ये जो पिगिंग होता है वो ये होता है जिनकी नेटिव लैंग्वेज दोनों की सेम नहीं होती, बट दे ट्राई टू स्पीक। वो उन दोनों की लैंग्वेज नेटिव नहीं होती, लेकिन वो एक ऐसी लैंग्वेज या एक ऐसा वे अपना चूज़ कर लेते हैं जिसके थ्रू दे कैन कॉन्टैक्ट। और उसके अलावा जो क्रियोल होता है वो होता है कि जब हम कोई नेटिव लैंग्वेज है उसको एक्वायर कर लेते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल हमारे द एरिया इन विच वी आर लिविंग ऑल्सो, कोई दूसरे स्टेट से बिलोंग करता है, कोई दूसरे स्टेट से बिलोंग करता है, बट स्टिल वी आर एबल टू कम्युनिकेट, दैट इज़ थ्रू क्रियोल, जो कि हम एक्वायर कर लेते हैं, जो एक ऐसा लैंग्वेज, नेटिव लैंग्वेज। कुछ वर्ड्स ऐसे होंगे, इवन आपको हरियाणवी का कुछ भी नहीं आता, लेकिन अगर हम बोल रहे हैं तो कुछ वर्ड्स ऐसे होंगे जो आपको पता लग जाएंगे कि आप दैट बिलोंग्स टू हरियाणवी।
Psycholinguists. We have divided this topic, psycholinguists, into further subtopics so that it is easy to understand for all of you. So I am here to introduce what is psycholinguist and how the word psycholinguist came in the origin. If I talk about psycholinguist, what the first thing come in the head? Psycho, somewhere related with the cognitive aspect, somewhere related with the brain. And we can say that psycholinguist is the psychology of language, is the study of interrelation between linguistic factors and the psychological factors. Or in simple words, we can say that it is the mental aspect of a language and speech. If I am speaking with you, you are listening, this is a common process which is going on. But there is a process that is going on inside my brain, inside my cognitive process, that I am speaking with you. The way I am speaking, that differs at the stages of time. That I am sitting, if I am sitting there, I will speak informally because I know I can speak informally. But if I am standing here, I have to speak formally. This is a process. Why we are able to speak formally, informally, why we able to choose the word, why we able to make a proper procedure for that. All that study, all that cognitive process that goes on is known as psycholinguist. The linguists who study about psycholinguists, they just study how the mental process goes inside our brain that tells us about the linguistic process. If we talk about the discipline, is mainly concerned with the mechanism by which language is processed and represented in brain. हम एक तरह से प्रोसेस में एक प्रोसेस से आपसे बात कर रही हूँ, एंड द प्रोसेस गोइंग इनसाइड माय ब्रेन, वो उसकी जो स्टडी करते हैं उनको हम साइकोलिंग्विस्ट कहते हैं. So if we can say that psycholinguist is concerned with the cognitive facility, cognitive and the process that are necessary to produce grammatical constructions. We are able to make a grammatical constructions in the word, that how we have to speak formally, informally, the different aspects through which we speak. The study of all those circles, all those aspects is known as is the psycholinguist. origin of psycholinguistics, the theoretical framework of psycholinguistics began to develop at the end of 19th century. Means in the end of 19th century, the word psycholinguist came in existence. The work of Edward Thorndike laid the foundation. The word की जो foundation थी वो एडवर्ड थॉर्नडाइक ने करी थी. But the first time in 1966, जैकब ने इस वर्ड को उन्होंने बोला था साइकोलॉजी ऑफ लैंग्वेज. बट जैकब ने 1936 में साइकोलिंग्विस्ट इस वर्ड को फर्स्ट टाइम जब हमने पढ़ा था तो वो हमने 1936 में पढ़ा था. एंड एन ऑब्जेक्ट और ये वर्ड जब मतलब साइकोलिंग्विस्ट एक फ्रेम में आ गया.
Three type of process: comprehension, production, and acquisition. In language comprehension, understand what the people say and write. It involves a variety of capacity, skill, process, knowledge, and disposition that are used to derive meaning from spoken written language. It is complex process that occur easily and understanding by humans. It is fully involved in children. Like children, when they gesture, they undoubtedly we can understand their language. Language production. It is the production of spoken or written language. It describes all stages between having a concept and translation that concept into the form. Like in production, we have 3-4 stages. Like intended message, how we intend message, encode message into linguistic form, and after that encode linguistic form into speech. Speech is decoded into linguistic form, then linguistic form is decoded into message or into meaning. Third is our language acquisition. It is the process by which human acquisition the capacity of perceive and comprehend language as well as to produce and use word and sentence to communicate. It is usually referred to present language acquisition. It is usually referred to first language acquisition, which studied infant acquisition of their having native place.
Psycholinguistics is a discipline that investigates and describes the psychological process that make it possible for humans to master and use language. It also seeks to link word and sentence processing to the deeper expressive and process of message construction and interpretation. Psycholinguistics conducts research on speech development and language development and how individuals of all ages comprehend and produce language. For description of language, the field relies on the findings of linguistics, which is the discipline that describes the structure of the language. Although the acquisition, comprehension, and production of language have been at the core psycholinguistic research, the field has expanded considerably since inception. Let's take an example. The neurology of language functioning is the current interest to psycholinguistics, particularly those the studying of sex, differences, aphasia, language after cognition or acquired injury to the immature brain and development. That this type of disorder will be seen after the age of 60 years and in the beginning of the child age that we see according to their if they have a brain problem or sometimes they clotting on their blood in the brain. Some psycholinguistics have also expanded their interest to experiments in the non-human language learning like gorillas and chimpanzees to discover if language as we know it is a uniquely human phenomenon. The disabilities of this psycholinguistic training is an approach to training people in process that they are believed to deficit in. It was at time a major invention approach for students with learning and disabilities.